I think in such a situation as it is today, we have to be first humans, and first at all the humanitarian issue counts, and then we choose identity. I know many people who live in Africa or in the States or in Japan, and they put a logo on their Facebooks that I'm Syrian, just because they feel solidarity with the incredible suffering of Syrian people. He changed his family problem. He says maybe they are also affected. Today there was a terrible, horrible attack on Damascus, chemical attack, and probably more than 1,000 people died, and it is the absolute obligation or necessity of any human to raise his or her voice against this. And once you get closer to these events and you see day by day the news, and I follow my artist friends' fates, and then it is impossible to shut your eyes or to keep silent. It is our duty to say something, and it is my duty that not to forget about the issues. Therefore, I count every day. Today we have day 855 or 845, I think. And when I started to count the days, I thought it would last 100 or 200 days, and then a more democratic structure in the country would arise. I never thought that it would take 800 days, that so many people would die, so many innocent people would die, as it happened during the last years of 2 years of the Syrian revolution. I think the main reason to be part of the Syrian revolution is that I'm a human who gets more information about Syria than others, and that I'm artist. And I think arts and intellectuals' role would have been very difficult, very important from the beginning of the revolution, to find non-violent solutions. So I can only thing I can repeat again and again, that this terrible violence and massacres has to stop. And this is the only thing I can think about at this time. And of course it is important to have the women's issue, and I'm always against repression, and it can be important if I'm Syrian or if I'm Hungarian, which identity I choose, having a Syrian father and Hungarian mother. But at this moment, the only thing which is important that killing people stops, and that the refugees can return and rebuild the country, and that this terrible fear and repression which is present in Syria stops. Yes, we can raise awareness, international awareness. It should be forbidden to send these weapons and these bombs to Syria. This is one of the main issues, and what I can do is that those artists I can act in my personal environment, and when artists are detained and tortured and killed, I raise my voice, and this is what I know, because I don't rely on family or friends or mainstream media. I rely on the environment, which are my colleagues, and this is like when I see Akram Raslan, caricaturist, he disappeared 1.5 year, 2012, and he's still detained. And I know that these people, or Basel Shahad, I know these people are artists like me, and they are innocent, and they are all for non-violent transition of the society, and they should be freed immediately. Those who are still alive, they should be freed immediately. So this is the two issues where I can act, I think, or where I can ideas that women could support non-violent transformation, and that I would collect a group of women from all over the world, and we would go together and make a big peace march in Syria, a women's peace march. But that was, and I did also some drawings about it, but that was 2011, and I never thought that events would become so violent. So if I would collect now 100 or 200 women, from artists or writers or filmmakers from all over the world, and we would march through Syria, maybe we could help, but maybe we would just be killed, all of us. So so when we want to organize something which is connected to civil society, we need a minimal basis of the civil society. So now I dropped all these feminist ideas about peace march and bringing non-violent methods through feminism to Syria, because at the moment there is only one issue to stop killing, and and the regime has to go, because this is impossible.